There we go, member. We are cruising again. We are moving. So we now go to another question. Question 3. So, what is it about missing sides and angles in 2D shapes? Specifically triangles. Let's see. So we do 2. Here is the first one. And there is the second one. So if you've done it, you can proceed to watch the video. Otherwise, you know we do before we view. Pause and do first. Okay, member, enjoy. There we go, member. Let's go ahead. So, what do we have here? 3 marks. Simplest of them all, isn't it? Okay. See, examiners, they're not mean. They just mean somewhere. So here, they want to make sure that everybody gets something. So they wanted to see that you know that this is a triangle. So I'm just writing this. You don't need to start here. Okay. You don't need to start here. Where can you start? You can just start by saying d plus what? D plus 32 plus 72 is equals to 180. Your favorite number. There is 180 where it applies. Okay. And why is that? Angles in a triangle, or angles of a triangle. Okay. Then you can go to your calculator and say D is equals to the answer. Okay. It's in exam time, guys. So you can go in your calculator without writing this. In your calculator, you just subtract those two. Okay. So they are what they are, 104. You can also write them separately. So what will I be left with? The 76. So you can go straight into D is equals to 76 after that one. Okay. Nice 3 marks, isn't it? Okay. So if they give you that booklet that has spaces for each question, you can simply flip, go to every one that you can do without thinking, and just bag those marks. Finish quickly. In 30 minutes, you do all these easy ones. Then, for the hour that remains, you start doing what? Let's see. There we go, member. So, for the serious time of your exam, for your hour, this is where you start now. To think a little bit, all right? Like in the one in 2.4, you remember? So in this one, they give us that one, and we are required to do what? To determine what E, F, G is. This one is not difficult. Remember, this is also free 6 marks. Let's see. Little bit of thinking, but not too much. So if they give me this one, and they say I must start with E, I can start with E. But if I've forgotten, I can start with F. I can say F is what? I can start with F and say F is equals to yeah, I can say okay, I'm skipping a certain step. You can say F plus, okay, I'm going to write it here on top. Okay, you can say F plus 56 plus 62 is equals to what? Is equals to 180. Okay, angles in a triangle. Okay, then F will be what? It will be 180 in your calculator. 118. Okay, which is what? Which is 62. Oh, there's a 62 there. You see why I said you can start with F, because you do have two angles inside a triangle. But you also could have started with E. Okay. E, if you don't have F, you can say what? You can say E is equals to 56 plus what? Plus 62. Why is that? Because it's an angle that is what? That is external angle of a triangle. Okay. So E is outside. E will be equal to the two interior opposite angles. Then calculator, you press 180 minus, what is it? This is 11. Oh yes. Is it 118? No, man. Why am I? You see, remember, I'm doing like you, always using 180. All right. So here, I've already stated that these two are equal. This is equals to these two. So I must add them. Okay. So this time it is 118. Then I'm done. Okay. Otherwise, I could have said what? I could have said E. If I started with F, I could have said E is equals to 180 minus 62. What is it? Adjacent angles, straight line. That's another way of saying angles on a straight line. If I subtract those two, I'll get a 118. That's a second option. Okay. Then what about G? This is where you start thinking now. This is where you start thinking. Pythagoras is not going to work here because this triangle doesn't have a 90 degrees. Okay. So what has happened? You have F is 62. So if F is 62, this triangle there is going to have what? It is going to have a 62 there. And then it has a 62 there. Then what type of a triangle is this? Whoa. That is the type of triangle. What do we call that triangle? It's an isosceles, isn't it? Then we can say G is equals to 5 centimeters. And why is that? You can say, what are we going to say? Okay, we don't use isosceles, isn't it? We say angles opposite equal sides. Okay, you can write full sentence. You can write full sentences, angles opposite equal sides. Okay, don't lose marks. We are not required to write in abbreviation all the time. Okay, this is so you get used to doing this so that you don't waste time writing long statements. Okay, but whilst you are still not confident about your abbreviations, write these. Okay, and then grade 9, grade 10, you get used to it. By the time you're in grade 11 and 12, it's in your blood. Okay, remember, what else do I need to check? Okay. Remember, as I always say, in your exam, play around with your question paper. So you'll be having that 3.12 in your question paper. You don't see what F is. You don't understand what is happening. Okay, flip, rotate your question paper. Otherwise, you can also do these small sketches like I do. Okay, so that you can channel your thinking or aid your thinking. Yeah, rather aid your thinking, assist your thought process. So do we have 6 marks? Okay, I think we do. 2 marks for our F statement reason. Here, yeah, everything, 2 marks. And then there, yes, okay, angles of equal angles opposite equal sides. All right. Remember, please do write this. Okay, they will take 1 mark. This entire statement with its reason, it's 1 mark. The answer only is 1 mark. Okay. So if you want the full 6 marks, make sure that your reason section has appropriate explanations. I think we are done with triangles. We go to another shape, isn't it? Okay. I think they have a kite, isn't it? All right, remember,